What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. And it'll be an understatement for me to say that this generation has been smeared by resolution. And like I said, I never thought I'd see the day that console gamers will be arguing about frames per second, like shows start to say P's, and you know, I didn't think, but that's when when your favorite company or your favorite piece of plastic don't have any games to brag about. You brag about resolution. Um, and there's been a lot of website that's been keeping, this console war going. But adding more fuel to the fire, and saying, the Xbox One has another game that's not 1080p. It's not the fact that the Xbox One can't achieve 1080p. It's not Microsoft's fault that a lot of these developers don't choose to use the Xbox resource, like the tower resource and the E-rent. All these different things that makes the Xbox One great. You gotta realize this: the Xbox One has custom hardware. The PS4 has off-the-shelf parts. That's not my opinion, that is fact. But as of right now, the PlayStation 4 has the market share, so a lot of games are made on the PS4, then ported over to the Xbox One. It is the way of the business. Last generation, when games were 720p on the 360, they was 540p on the PS3. Was it that saying that the PS3 couldn't get games in 720p? No, it was just ported, and we didn't talk about resolution because 9 times out of 10, your TV, or your is 1080p, and your console of choice is going to upscale it. Even the Wii U upscales. It is what it is. Mario Kart is 720p native, but it upscales it to 1080p. Fine. But a lot of these sites like IGN and IGN and stuff, I don't really go to them because they seem very biased towards Microsoft and the Xbox One. So I don't go to a lot of these sites. But I went to IGN the other day when they posted a video of Halo 4. And if you guys never played Halo 4, it's probably the best looking game on the Xbox 360 graphically. 343 still did an amazing job with the port to the Xbox One. It looks like a true next generation game. And I want to say this: I would like to apologize about the audio of my last few videos. It's this room that I'm in. I don't know what the hell. It's hollow as hell. I got some furniture, I got a desk, I got some chairs, a little couch, and it still sounds like it's empty. But to alleviate that, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to get me a blue snowball microphone, and so just bear with me. Okay. Now with that being said, so when a game comes out that's not 1080p on the Xbox One, and just say the game is at a higher resolution on the PS4, for whatever reasons, you Sony dudes go crazy, jumping up and down. It's not really too many Xbox dudes. It's the Sony fan base in these websites. Now, if you said, well, next year you're a hypocrite, what about the thing we did on Konami with, past 2015? I found the issue with that because there's no way now you can tell them you take a console, the Xbox One, which is at least 10 to 11 times more powerful than the PS3, and you're going to tell me that the Xbox One version had to be the same resolution as the PS3 version, which they both were 720p, 60 frames per second? No, I can't go with that. That's being lazy as a developer. Now, we all have taken Digitalfoundry, has taken their word at law. As say what they say goes. They don't lie, they have the equipment, they have the machines. And I remember everybody teased Dr. Trey because Digitalfoundry said Mario Kart 8 was 720p, 59 frames per second. He said, and he made the video, Digitalfoundry strikes again, and this, that, and the other. But it comes to find out that Digitalfoundry is not having been honest. They've been giving the edge to PlayStation games, saying they were 1080p when they really weren't 1080p. Oh no! Because being in the middle, we can't tell the difference without one out between 1080p and 900p or 720p because all that TV upscaled. And prime example, when IGN reviewed Call of Duty, what's the last one, Black Ops or Ghost? And they were saying, oh, we got to give the PlayStation 4 version the edge just because it's 1080p and it has slightly better textures. But the version they were playing was in 720p. The PS4 didn't get upscale to 1080p till a patch came out. So the version they were playing was in 720p, and so was the Xbox One version. So they were full of shit. But I have proof here. I'm not just talking out my ass. I'll be talking out my ass. Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation. Eurogamer says this game here. It says, I'm gonna read it. It says here, suggested parity between the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One version, both supporting native 1080p visuals. You hear that? Native 1080p visual. Let's go to the PlayStation Store, and let's go in the back of. I mean, you see the thumbnail. That thumbnail, that box cover, that is Alien Isolation. Even on the PlayStation Store. Let's see what it says for resolution. 1080i HD video output. In the back on the back of the box cover art is 1080i. Sony telling you it's 1080i. So before Sony would have said they'd have been slick and said 1080p, but guess what? Sony got sued for not being honest about Killzone, Killzone 3. They told the public the game was 1080p, 60 frames per second. Come to find out the game was 720p. But again, you couldn't tell. No one picked the controls and said, oh, this is 720, not 1080, because we don't know. But, you know, it came out that they lied, and Sony, for whatever's worth, they try to be as honest as far as, you know, that anything they can be sued on, you know, Sony tries to be honest. So this game is 1080i. If you guys don't know what 1080i is take, let's say, in layman's term, just say it's a signal split in two. Instead of having one signal being 720p, it's, you know, they split the signal in two. You know what I mean? It's not as, I guess it's not as clear as you want someone to say up here picture than 720p. Some people like 1080i over 720p, then go figure. But the thing is that it's not 1080p like Digitalfoundry said. And nobody on the internet was talking about no one website that said, oh, the Xbox One version is 1080p and the PlayStation 4 version is 1080i, or whatever the goddamn kid. No one reputable site have done that. But let them get a game that's on the Xbox One that's anything over anything 720p they consider HD. But let the Xbox One not get a game that's not 1080p and is 1080p native on the PlayStation 4. That'd be the first thing. Oh, the Xbox One struggles again at 1080p. So, you know, whether you love or hate Alien Isolation, how does this make you feel? Did any of you ponies out there playing the game, did you scratch your head and say, you know what, this is just not 1080p? No. Well, some people like the game, you loved it. And I guarantee if you did love the game, the resolution of that game had nothing to do with it, you know what I mean, or why you liked it or why you didn't like it. So let me ask you this, riddle me this. So, as of right now, the Xbox One is the only console to have a game, 1080p, 60 frames, locked at 60 frames a second, right, between the PS4, you know what I mean. But, let you guys say it, the Xbox One is extremely anemic. When you don't buy a console for the frames or for the you know, the piece, you buy the console for the features, the services, and the great games, which Microsoft has. Oh, it has the best features, the best online service, and the best game. Hey, yo, what's the best console? PS4 or the Xbox One? That's what I'm talking about. That's my little cousin right there. You know what I mean? And yeah, we in there playing Madden on 4K television. That's how we doing it, man. But anyway, let me know how you feel in the comment section. Does this change your perception of Digitalfoundry, or you're not going to buy this game now because it's 1080i on the PS4? Or if you bought this game, do you still love it? Doesn't matter the resolution. I'm just saying, you know, it's not a game that I picked. It's not a game that was on my radar. But I just find it funny that no one's talking about this. Just me. And I'm not dressed. That guy says, kind of game. Just hope you making arrests. Next gen. Now I know you motherfuckers Noses, your pony nose is going to bleed in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is resolution that important? I didn't think so. Bang bang.